What is up, everybody? What is up? This again from yes. Let's start that over. What is up, everybody? Nick Fiore here, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube. This is your NXT review from this past Wednesday, September the 30th, 2020. Now, before we get squared away with the NXT review from this past Wednesday, I want to say this. The past few weeks for NXT reviews and AEW reviews and the past NXT UK reviews, the few weeks of those I've missed, I haven't done here in the channel recently, and the reason for that is college stuff and a lot of it college stuff. So that's the reason why I couldn't post it on here on YouTube, and it was for the recent 2 weeks that's occurred because of college work that I had to get done recently, and I didn't want to I didn't want to miss this, and I didn't want to not give you a review for NXT UK, and AEW for a third week in a row. So I wanted to just get this NXT review out for today, and it's 4:30 or 4:40, 20 minutes to 5. And this is before NXT TakeOver 31, which I will be reviewing with Adam tomorrow morning right here in the channel, by the way. So look out for that for tomorrow morning, the review for NXT TakeOver 31 with Adam and I. So look out for that, guys. Now, the NXT review video is right here. So right after this, we're gonna dive right into the NXT TakeOver. We're gonna do a video right after this video for the preview and predictions video for NXT TakeOver 31 later on right here tonight at 7 o'clock on the WWE Network. Should be a good show. Short build, I will say, but should still be a good show nonetheless. But anyways, just let you guys know on that. I don't want to make this video as long as possible because I want to get this video done in time before TakeOver 31 tonight. Same thing with the TakeOver 31 preview predictions video right after this video. So that is that. So just let you guys know with all that and what to expect for this, with the videos coming from this channel very shortly. So just to remind you guys, to let all of you guys know on that. And that is that as far as the announcements for all that goes. Now, NXT. Let's talk NXT. And this was the go-home show for TakeOver 31. Did it suck? No. Was it decent? Yes. Is it the same? No. Look, like, NXT is never a bad show. It's nowhere near Monday Night Raw levels. It's not sucky. It's not bad at all. It's not. But it's just not the same. But NXT this past Wednesday, I thought was a decent show. Like, probably a few bads here and there. But, I mean, look, listen. Like I said just now, NXT is not even close to Monday Night Raw levels, because that show Monday Night Raw is in complete shambles. It is that bad. NXT is nowhere near that. And it's not bad, but it's not the same. That I will say. But NXT it wasn't bad at all Wednesday. It had Shotzi Blackheart and Dakota Kai, which was a good match. They had Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, which was arguably the highlight of that entire show, hands down. And they had other stuff going on as well. They had the sit-down split-screen interview with Santos Escobar and Isaiah Swerve Scott as well. And speaking of Isaiah Scott and Santos Escobar, they're going to be wrestling at TakeOver tonight for the Cruiserweight Championship. But we'll discuss who I think is going to win that match in the very next video with the TakeOver 31 preview and predictions video. Ridge Holland and Cameron Grimes, They had other stuff on the show. They had Io Shirai Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, and Candice LeRae in the main event. I'm not really a fan of like, you have pay-per-view matches, then you give at least one of them away for free. But I mean, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest should still be a good match tonight. Don't get me wrong. Same thing with Candice and Neo. That should be a really good match too. Later on tonight at TakeOver 31. Don't get me wrong. I would not book. I just would not have booked a TakeOver match, like giving it like away with a tag match. That I would not have done. That's my take on that. But we're gonna go over NXT from this past Wednesday night, and before we do so, for those of you who are new to the channel, for those of you who are watching this for the very first time, I'm Nick Fiore, and this is the Furious Nation YouTube channel on YouTube. And I think we'll get yeah. So now, the social media platforms to follow me on: Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. And Facebook. I'm also on Facebook. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you want. So that's that. And please remember to hit the like button. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for all notifications with subscribing to this channel. So just to make sure to let you know, like if you subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications, it'll make sure when you know when I will be here on this channel. And so remember to hit the like button, remember to hit the subscribe button, and remember to hit that bell for all notifications when it comes to the videos coming from this channel, from the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube.com. Let's get started with NXT, man. Shotzi Blackheart, Dakota Kai with Raquel Gonzalez. This opened the show. Now, this was a good match. This was a really good match. Shotzi Blackheart, I think, is going to be a future NXT Women's Champion. Mark my words. Shotzi Blackheart as NXT Women's Champion. Her time will come. It will. Dakota Kai, no slouch either. She's good at what she does. And I'm slowly growing on Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez as of late. Dakota Kai definitely knows how to wrestle. And as Adam would say, there's 4 Baileys now in WWE currently. 1 Bailey. Bailey 2.0, Dakota Kai. Bailey 3.0, Shayna Baszler. And 4 Kylie Ray, or if it's the other way around, Kylie Ray, Bailey 3.0, and Shayna Baszler, Bailey 4.0. But anyways, you know what I mean. Dakota Kai, Bailey 2.0. But anyways, let's talk about the match. So the beginning of this match, Dakota Kai smashes Blackheart right in the face. Then Shotzi Blackheart then takes down Dakota Kai. Then Dakota Kai goes for a basement head kick but misses it. And then Blackheart and Kai then trade pin attempts. Inverted atomic drop by Blackheart. Then as Blackheart welcomes Kai to the ball pit with the double leg drop below the belt. Then Blackheart trips Kai. Blackheart then locks Kai in a modified deathlock with a butterfly lock. Then Dakota Kai counters with an armbar. Blackheart gets to the top, gets to the ropes. Suplex by Dakota Kai. Blackheart then kicks out at 2. Raquel Gonzalez then gets up on the apron and tries to distract Shotzi Blackheart. Kai then suplexes Blackheart for another near fall. Then they go to the commercial break. Then we come back from the break. And then Shotzi Blackheart nails Dakota Kai with a high knee, which looked nice. Which looked really nice. Dakota Kai, good in the ring, good at selling. Dakota Kai, good wrestler. Shotzi Blackheart she's just getting better and better and better. And I remember her story with Tough Enough in 2015. She was almost on the 2015 Tough Enough, but she was medically disqualified due to health reasons with heart problems with like a regular heartbeat. And I'm glad she's getting her time now in NXT. Her time will come, but she's been pretty impressive in NXT lately, and she's only going to get better. And her time will come as NXT Women's Champion. Believe me, whether she beats Io Shirai for the title or Candice LeRae for the title, Shotzi's time will come. It will, believe me. So then Shotzi Blackheart then crushes Dakota Kai with her patented senton that she does. Underhook German suplex by Shotzi Blackheart. Kai kicks out. Then Shotzi Blackheart charges into the corner. Then Kai meets her with a senton of her own. Shotzi and Kai then fight out on the apron. Blackheart. So then, now this was the scary part. So Kai and Blackheart are on the outside apron, right? So Blackheart and Kai are on the outside apron, and Shotzi Blackheart has Dakota Kai in a position for sliced bread number 2 on the outside apron. So Blackheart runs up the ropes and hits the sliced bread number 2 on the apron on Dakota Kai, and I swear, Shotzi Blackheart, this looked fucking scary. When Shotzi did this, she like it looked scary. Like when she did it, like when Shotzi Blackheart did this, she like this was right. Like when this happened, Shotzi landed right on her neck, and Dakota took the nasty bump too. But Shotzi, man, her doing the move on the outside apron, right on her neck, that looked fucking scary. I would be shocked if Shotzi doesn't have a broken neck. That looked scary, and that looked really nasty. My God. Dangerous spot, but my God. I mean, cool spot, but my God. That look scary. I cringed when I watched that happen, and I hope Shotzi's okay. And I hope Dakota Kai and Shotzi Blackheart are okay. Mostly Shotzi. And like I said, if she doesn't have a concussion or a broken neck, Shotzi Blackheart, if she doesn't have a broken neck or even a concussion, if she doesn't have any of those, I would not. If she doesn't have any of those, I would be completely shocked. Because that spot looked really, really scary, man. It really did. So after this spot, both Dakota Kai and Shotzi Blackheart are both down and out on the outside of the ring. And then Blackheart. So when Blackheart did the split number 2 to Dakota Kai on the outside of the ring on the outside apron, Blackheart landed on the top of her head, like I just mentioned about. Raquel Gonzalez tries to get involved, but Rhea Ripley runs down to the ring and attacks her. Referees break up the fight between Ripley and Raquel. Then Kai tries to sneak in a running boot, but Shotzi. Then Dakota Kai is in the ring. She tries to go for the running big boot to Blackheart in the ring, but Blackheart reverses it into a roll-up for the 1, 2, 3. And Shotzi Blackheart beats Dakota Kai in a good match to kick off NXT. Good match here, and like I said, I expect good things for Shotzi Blackheart in the NXT Women's title picture, whether that's the end of this year or sometime next year, but her time will come. Her time will definitely come. Shotzi Blackheart's time as NXT Women's Champion will definitely come. Let me know what you guys think on the match and Shotzi Blackheart and all down in the live chat comment section. So let me go to a split screen interview. Isaiah Swerve Scott and Santos Escobar. So during this split screen interview, Isaiah Swerve Scott says he knows he's had opportunities at the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, but they weren't fair. Scott says he is the only man who has defeated Escobar. And then he says he will do it again. He says he will beat Escobar again. Escobar then says Scott is a parasite who makes excuses. When it really counts, Scott can't win. Scott then says he is ready to showcase to the world what he is capable of. He says Escobar is a fraud, and then Scott says he's going to prove that. Escobar then says he has built this division in his image. That takeover, all of Scott's showcasing, won't mean anything. You gotta like Santos. You got Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma. They have so grown on me. In fact, they're my new favorites right now, currently in NXT. So good. So good. Santos Escobar, and I know I've said this a bunch of times. When I look at a guy like Santos Escobar, like, am I the only one that thinks this? And let me know what you guys think. Your opinion. Let me know your opinions, guys, down in the live chat on this. Am I the only one? Like, when I look at Santos Escobar, am I the only one that gets vibes of Muhammad Hassan? Now, if you don't know who Muhammad Hassan is, he is a former WWE star. He was in the WWE from 2004 to 2005. He had this anti-American like gimmick, and it was nuclear heel heat. It wasn't go away heat like Baron Corbin. This was like legit heel heat. And he had Sean Devari as his manager at the time, who managed the Great Khali, Mark Henry, Muhammad Hassan, and Kurt Angle. Now, Muhammad Hassan back in the day, that guy had nuclear fucking heat, man. Big time nuclear heat. And when I look at Santos Escobar, am I the only one that thinks that when I look at Santos Escobar, it's like when I look at Santos Escobar, here I get a little bit of vibes from Muhammad Hassan when it comes to that nuclear heel heat and that anti-American like gimmick, like nuclear heel heat. My God, imagine now. I don't even want to think about this because Santos Escobar, I don't want him on the main roster, especially on Raw. I don't want him there right now, and I want him to stay in NXT. Don't get me wrong, and I definitely want to stay in NXT, and I definitely want him to stay in NXT. I don't want him. I don't want him anywhere near Monday Night Raw. But my God, imagine Santos Escobar as the United States champion. My God, is that a heat magnet? Yes, with the U.S. title, with wrestlers with the anti-American gimmick. Yes, it's been done so many different times, but it works and it makes sense. And it's an angle and storyline that is a big-time heat magnet, and it gets someone over as a heel. And with the heel, and it gets someone over as the heel, especially with the heel with an anti-American gimmick. Yes, it's been done so many times over and over and over and over and over again, but it makes sense and it does work. And it does give a heel a lot of legit heel heat. Like, imagine Santos Escobar as the United States champion. My God, is that a heat magnet? But I don't know what you guys think on that. Let me know what you guys think on that down in the live chat comments. But anyways, this split screen interview segment. These are much better when you have, I like these a lot better than two wrestlers having an interview in the ring, like when they're coming face to face with no chairs. I like these split screen interviews because it's a lot more realism to it. In my opinion. Let me know what you guys think on that in the live chat with this very live video. But Swerve and Escobar, it should be a good match at TakeOver tonight. And but we're not going to talk much on that of what. But anyways, we're the next video with the TakeOver 31 preview predictions video. We're going to discuss who I think is going to win at TakeOver tonight with the Cruiserweight title match with Santos Escobar and Isaiah Swerve Scott. But this was a decent, like, split screen interview. Swerve Isaiah Scott looked good. Escobar looked good, definitely. And my God, Escobar. My God, it's like Santos Escobar. Like, that is how you play a heel. Baron Corbin should really take notes. Santos Escobar, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Bayley, and MJF. Like, that is how you play a heel. That is how you play a fucking heel. Baron Corbin is the complete opposite. He is go-away heat. Santos Escobar is legit heel heat. Roman Reigns is legit heel heat. Bayley is legit heel heat. Sami Zayn is legit heel heat. MJF from AEW is legit heel heat. Baron Corbin is go-away heat. Santos Escobar, the complete opposite. Like, you just see the difference between Baron Corbin and Santos Escobar. One is here, Santos Escobar. The other is here, Baron Corbin. Those are the facts. But decent split-screen interview, and I expect these two to kill it tonight at TakeOver 31. So the next match. So then they do a video package of Kyle O'Reilly and his journey to NXT. There's one other thing that NXT gets takeovers right when the day of takeover happens. Now, other thing. Now, if there's also another thing that NXT gets right, it's video packages, man. Kyle O'Reilly, Finn Balor. Yes, this build to TakeOver 31 has been very short. And I can't get excited with a short build, with a few-week build with a short build. But Kyle O'Reilly, Finn Balor, if given the time, these two, this could be really, really good. In fact, it could probably even be match of the year. But Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly, I expect these two to tear the house down tonight at TakeOver. But this is a good video package of Kyle O'Reilly's journey to NXT. But we're going to talk more Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly later on with this video, because the highlight of the show Wednesday night on NXT was the sit-down interview with just in the ring Shawn Michaels, Finn Balor, and Kyle O'Reilly. But we're going to discuss more on that shortly later on with this very video. Then we go backstage. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, they're backstage and they say it was karma that tore Tegan Nox's ACL. Gargano then adds that she broke his TV, so LeRae tore her ACL. It's a fair trade. At TakeOver, they're going to become the only couple in WWE with titles. I like Gargano in this heel role, but am I the only one that thinks that I miss Johnny Gargano as a babyface? He's not a bad heel, don't get me wrong, but I like him as a babyface. But let me know what you guys think on that down in the live chat comments. But Candice LeRae, I'm liking her as a heel. And I expect her and Io Shirai to have a good match at TakeOver tonight. But again, the next video right after this, the TakeOver 31 preview and predictions video, I'm going to discuss on the video right after this video, the preview and predictions video for TakeOver 31, who I think is going to win Io Shirai Candice LeRae at TakeOver tonight for the NXT Women's Championship. But that's going to be with the next video shortly after this very video. In-ring segment, Cameron Grimes. Good old Cameron Grimes going straight to the moon. Good old Cameron Grimes. So Cameron Grimes makes his way down to the ring. He complains about missing out on the NXT title match. Grimes then makes up his own match. He says he's handpicked all of his opponents tonight. And he calls this straight to the moon match. Now, first up with this is a guy named Joey Pistachio. And who is in the 85-pound weight limit. He had this wrestling headgear on with a singlet. He's like half my size. He almost looked like almost a 90-pound guy. You look like almost to the size of my chest right here. Like, where do they get these guys, man? Seriously. Now, I wrestled in middle school and high school for 6 years combined, but man, oh man, where do they get these fucking guys, you know? Anyways. So this bum gets in the ring, and Grimes immediately hits his cave-in finisher and pins Pistachio for a very quick 3 count. Like less than 5 seconds, not even this lasted. And then Grimes has a mic and he says he wants his next opponent, John Strong. So then Strong's music plays, but he doesn't come out as he is tossed right onto the stage. And it was Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland, the impressive Ridge Holland from NXT UK. So Grimes then tells Holland that he likes his work, but he isn't a part of this. Then Holland doesn't listen anyways, and he gets in the ring and he's headbutting Cameron Grimes repeatedly. And then Holland then tosses Grimes clear across the ring. Then Holland then just stomps away at Cameron Grimes for a minute straight, and then the referee rings the bell. And this was an impromptu match, and the ref called for a bell for a no contest as Holland just continued to beat down on Grimes. And that was that. So I guess we're getting a Cameron Grimes-Ridge Holland feud in the future for NXT. Now, Ridge Holland, I want to talk about Ridge Holland. I don't hate Ridge Holland. He's impressive, don't get me wrong. But man, is he stiff in that ring. He, loosen up just a little bit. You don't have to be all that stiff. Just feel you. You don't have to be all that stiff inside that ring. Just let loose a little bit. Now, I don't hate Ridge Holland. I don't. He doesn't suck in the ring. He's not bad in the ring. He's impressive, but just be less stiff and tone it down in the ring just a little bit. Yes, be aggressive in that ring, but not too aggressive. Just tone it down a little bit. That's all. But I don't know. But let me know what you guys think on the feud between Cameron Grimes and Ridge Holland. I guess it could be decent. Cameron Grimes. Now listen, Cameron Grimes is not bad in the ring, but his character needs work. It does. Ridge Holland, impressive, but he needs to just tone it down a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. But I guess this could be decent. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on a potential feud in NXT between Ridge Holland and good old Cameron Grimes there. So let me go backstage. Austin Theory's complaining about Kyle O'Reilly getting a shot at the NXT title before him. Theory then says O'Reilly isn't the future of NXT. He says O'Reilly should be trying to catch up to him. So then we go on to the next match, Kushida versus Tony Nese. This didn't last all that long. Kushida all over Tony Nese. Kushida focuses his attack on Nese's arm. And then Nese almost manages to slam Kushida, but Kushida turns it into the arm bar, or into an arm bar, I should say. Kushida then slams his body weight on Nese's arm over and over and over again. Then Kushida then locks in or slaps on the hoverboard lock, and Tony Nese taps out almost immediately. And Kushida is the winner. Then the Velveteen Dream appears on the Titantron, and the Dream says the spotlight will be too bright for Kushida this Sunday at NXT TakeOver 31. The Dream then says, then Velveteen Dream then says, the Dream always does his best work under the brightest spotlights. And that was that. With that, Kushida. Lately, he's been showing a more aggressive sign. I don't know what you guys think on that. I kind of like it. He's not out there smiling. The more aggressive Kushida, the better. And I hope he wins against Velveteen Dream tonight at NXT TakeOver 31. But we'll discuss more with that with the next video for the TakeOver 31 preview predictions video. But Kushida, more aggressive here, I think. But more aggressive Kushida, I think, is the better. Let me know what you guys think on that. So let me go backstage. Cameron Grimes is backstage. He says he doesn't want to talk to anyone except Mr. Regal. Cameron Grimes then all of a sudden runs right into Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis, ladies and gentlemen, is back from his ankle injury. Happy to see him back. And then Lumis just stares right at Cameron Grimes like, And then Grimes then asks Loomis if he has seen Mr. Regal. And then Loomis just doesn't speak a word. You don't speak a word. And then Grimes then calls Loomis a freak and then storms off. Really happy Dexter Loomis is back, guys. I really am. NXT TakeOver 30. He was supposed to be in that ladder match for the vacant North American title, but he couldn't be in there due to the ankle injury, and Damian Priest won it. But Dexter Loomis and Damian Priest for the North American title, I'd like to see that. I'd really like to see that. And you give Loomis the title, that'd be great. But Dexter Loomis, really happy to see him back. And definitely one of my favorites in NXT. Happy to see him back. Loomis and Grimes could be another good potential match in NXT, but Dexter Loomis, man, it sucks that the ankle injury happened to him, and hopefully we get him as North American champion. We'll probably get him as North American champion either this year or next year with Dexter Loomis, but he looked good, and I'm happy to see Dexter Loomis back in NXT. He was injured not long ago with an ankle injury, but really happy to see him back, and a good thing he's back. So happy to see Dexter Loomis back and healthy in NXT. So let me go to the next in-ring segment. Adam Cole. Adam Cole storms to the ring. He's in the ring, and he says that the Undisputed Era has run NXT for 3 years since 2017, which is true. He says the prophecy came true. Regardless of how much time has passed, nothing has changed. Some think that they can say whatever they want, but not that that's the case. Cole then demands Austin Theory to come out to the ring and say what he had to say about Kyle O'Reilly to Cole's face. Theory then walks out on the stage. Cole then tells him to get in the ring or the Undisputed Era will beat him where he stands. So then we go to the next impromptu match. Adam Cole versus Austin Theory. So Austin Theory versus Adam Cole. Cole chops Theory over and over again. Theory escapes to the outside. Cole then falls and destroys him with the pump kick to the face. Theory then surprises Cole with a drop kick. Then we go to commercial break. Then after the break, Theory then lands a few stomps to Cole. Adam Cole then fires up and hits an enziguri followed by a backstabber, which looked nice. And then Adam Cole then follows this up with the Ushigoroshi, but Austin Theory, kicks out. Adam Cole then is calling for the Panama Sunrise, but Austin Theory puts the brakes on that and kicks Cole in the back of the head. Spinning powerbomb by Austin Theory, but Adam Cole kicks out. Austin Theory then tries a springboard, but Cole catches him with a super kick in midair. When Theory tried to dive through the middle ropes like this, and Adam Cole, midair super kick, looked really nice. And then Theory tries the rolling drop kick, but Cole super kicks him again before he can land the move. Then the vertical Ushigoroshi by Adam Cole. Then Cole blasts Theory with the last shot, and Adam Cole gets the 1, 2, 3 on Austin Theory. Decent match. This is a good match. Adam Cole looks like he's a babyface. I don't know how I feel about that. Adam Cole, I think, works better as a heel, but I guess I'll have to get used to Adam Cole's a babyface. I don't know what you guys think on Adam Cole's a babyface, but let me know what you guys think on that down in the chat. But Austin Theory being 23 years old, there's no rush to push him, but good match nonetheless. But Adam Cole, man, Adam Cole, he might get called up in the draft. I don't know if that's the case or if he stays in NXT, but anything can happen from now in the draft next week. But that is that. But this is a decent match here with Adam Cole and Austin Theory. And that is that. Both guys look good, and we'll have to see where Adam Cole goes moving forward. So let me go to Kaden Carter with Case Catanzaro 101 versus Xia Li. So Lee and Carter slap hands as a sign of respect, for now at least. Then Lee and Carter then trade pin attempts. Neither can get a 3 count. Then the exchange ends in a stalemate. Carter, Oklahoma rolls Lee, but Xylee kicks out. But Carter springboards off the ropes and hits a dropkick. Lee then trips Carter on the apron, and Lee drags Carter out of the ring. Carter hits the floor hard. Xylee then unloads on Caden Carter with a fury, with a flurry of strikes. My bad. Then Carter reverses. Then Carter pins Lee with a sunset flip for the 1-2-3, and Caden Carter defeats Xylee. And Caden Carter defeats Xylee. Then after the match, Caden Carter is trying to shake hands after the match with Xylee, but Xylee refuses to shake Carter's hand again. And then Xylee pushes Caden Carter to the floor. Or no. Lee pushes Carter, then Catanzaro. My bad. Xylee pushes Caden Carter and then Casey Catanzaro afterwards to the floor. And then Xylee then storms off. Heel Xylee. It looks like Xylee's going to be a heel. I'm not sure what to think about that, honestly. And we'll have to see what happens, but I don't really know what to think about it. But Xylee's not bad in the ring, but I don't know what to think of a heel Xylee. Let me know what you guys think on that down in the comments section. Then we go to a championship sit-down with Shawn Michaels, Kyle O'Reilly, and the NXT champion, the Prince, Finn Balor. So Shawn Michaels welcomes O'Reilly and Balor to the ring. Shawn then asks them if they will shake hands. Balor and O'Reilly oblige. Shawn then says O'Reilly is the best kept secret in NXT. Then Shawn asks how will Balor prepare for that. Balor then says he knows who O'Reilly is and how great he is. The business watches Finn Balor because Finn Balor is the business. O'Reilly then says Balor is great at stroking his own ego. He then says Balor doesn't have a chance. This is O'Reilly's moment, not Balor's. Shawn then asks O'Reilly if there will be an issue with Cole if O'Reilly wins the title. O'Reilly says they are a family, and one hand washes the other. Balor says he's going to slap the freckles off of O'Reilly's face. O'Reilly then says it's bullshit that he's considered the underdog. This Sunday, the supposed tag team specialist is going to do it again. Balor says O'Reilly will have his day eventually. O'Reilly would win this Sunday if the title was on anyone but Finn Balor. Really good stuff here. Really, really good stuff here. Though despite the short week build for NXT TakeOver 31, O'Reilly and Balor, this should be damn good. And I enjoyed this interview this past Wednesday with NXT with Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly. This was some really, really good stuff. Kyle O'Reilly, vastly underrated. Finn Balor, what can I say? He's good at what he does. Do I expect these two to have a good match tonight? Absolutely. Who do I think's going to win? We'll discuss that shortly with the next video for the TakeOver preview and prediction, with the TakeOver 31 preview and predictions video. But though I'm going to say this with the next video, the TakeOver 31 preview and predictions video, Balor just won the title not long ago. Balor's not losing the title tonight. But Kyle O'Reilly, he won't win, in my opinion, but is he going to look good tonight? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Kyle O'Reilly is going to open up a lot of people's eyes tonight, in my opinion. And this segment was pretty damn good. And I think, and this arguably was the highlight of the entire show with NXT this past Wednesday night. This is some really good stuff here. And it looks like they're doing a story where Finn Balor, he beat Adam Cole. Okay, Adam Cole can't get the job done. No, Kyle O'Reilly's going to, so now then Kyle O'Reilly is going to then try a shot. He's going to fall short to Finn Balor. The match will be good. O'Reilly will put on a really good effort. But in the end, Balor's going to come out on top. but this was a really good segment here on NXT. But this was a really good sit-down segment right here on NXT. And I expect these two guys to kill it tonight at NXT TakeOver 31. Could possibly even be match of the year if you ask me. So then we go to the main event. Io Shirai and Damian Priest. Mixed tag team match versus Candice LeRae and John Gargano. So I discussed earlier with this video, like Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, and Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest given away this past Wednesday at NXT with a mixed tag team match. Now, don't get me wrong, the two matches tonight at TakeOver 31 should be good tonight still. Candice and Io and Priest and Gargano, don't get me wrong. Those two matches tonight at TakeOver will still be good, don't get me wrong. But the mixed tag team match booked this past Wednesday in NXT, I would not have done that. That is Monday night. That is something Raw would do. And with the mixed tag team match in the main event of NXT this past Wednesday, that I would not have done. So, the beginning of this thing, Shirai and Priest take off their ring coats on the ramp and run down to the ring, with Gargano and LeRae making their way down to the ring first. Shirai and Priest then attack Gargano and LeRae. Then after the referees regain order, after the referee regains order, the bell then rings to officially start the match. Priest floors Gargano with a vicious big boot. So then Priest is all over Gargano. Then Shirai tags in. So then Candice LeRae has to enter the match. LeRae and Shirai then trade punches and pin attempts, then a flapjack by Io Shirai. Then Io Shirai drop kicks LeRae in the ribs, which look nasty. Then Gargano gets in the ring and stands in front of LeRae to stop Shirai's attack. Priest then gets in the ring and kicks Gargano in the head. Gargano falls into the same corner. LeRae is laying in. Shirai then charges in for a double knee strike. Gargano moves out of the way. So Shirai just crushes LeRae in the corner. LeRae and Gargano then both roll out of the ring. Then Shirai stands on Priest's shoulders and dives out of the ring, flattening Gargano and LeRae to the outside of the ring. This looked nice. Shades of like Rey Mysterio and Big Show or / Andre the Giant. This looked really nice here. It really did. So then we go to commercial break. Then after the break, Candice LeRae is working over Io Shirai. Shirai manages to tag in Damian Priest. Then Damian Priest is tossing Johnny Gargano all over the place in the ring. Broken arrow by Priest. Gargano then escapes Priest's razor's edge. Tornado facebuster by Gargano. Then Shirai tags in and drop kicks Gargano. LeRae then comes in and gets put in a crossface. Gargano then pulls Shirai to the ropes to break the submission hold that she had on his wife. LeRae then misses her springboard moonsault. And double underhook backbreaker by Shirai. Shirai goes up for the moonsault. Gargano pushes his wife out of the ring. Shirai moonsaults Gargano. Priest tags in and sets up his finisher. Now with the referee's back turned, Candice LeRae, then the referee has his back turned, and then when this happened, Candice LeRae low blows Damian Priest right in between the legs. Then Gargano blasts Priest with this slingshot in-ring DDT for the victory. And Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano win this mixed tag team match. Then after the match, Shirai then gets in Gargano's face. Then LeRae backstabbers Shirai in the ring. Then Gargano grabs the North American title and then also the women's title, or titles from the Timekeeper area. And then LeRae and Gargano then pose with the North American title and the women's title for NXT. And then that was what closed NXT for this past Wednesday, September the 30th of 2020. Decent go-home show, but I will say this. NXT's not sucky. It's not bad, but it's not the same. It isn't. But, I mean, you had some bad stuff, you had some good stuff, but Wednesday was a decent show. NXT, like I said in the beginning, NXT is never a bad show, and it's nowhere near Monday Night Raw levels. So it's not bad. It's still good, but it's not the same. But a decent go-home show for what it was. The mixed tag team match I would not have booked. The Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly stuff was pretty good. And again, NXT is not bad, but it's not the same. The Wednesday was a decent show, but those are my thoughts with NXT this past Wednesday. And that is your review for NXT from Wednesday, September the 30th of 2020, this past Wednesday night with NXT. Thank you guys so much for joining me right here in the Furious Nation channel for the NXT review from this past Wednesday, September 30th of 2020. And very, very shortly, look out for the next video for the TakeOver 31 preview predictions video. So that is that. Follow me on Twitter at FioriNick579 over on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. And I'm also on Facebook as well. You can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. Not required, but always optional. And you can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. And remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button with this very video. Excuse me. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications when it comes to the videos coming from the Furious Nation YouTube channel. And that is that. I'm Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this NXT review from this past Wednesday, September the 30th of 2020, this past Wednesday night with NXT. And I will see all of you guys very shortly for the preview predictions video for NXT TakeOver 31 tonight. And I'll see you shortly for the NXT TakeOver 31 preview and predictions.